So welcome once again to our section on business finance, ABM12 section D. So this is I will be your mentor for the whole term. We'll share this 13 weeks of learning journey with you. I call it a learning journey kasi I believe that knowledge does not only emanate from the mentor, knowledge emanates from each one of us. So while you're learning, as we discussed, I also learn with you. So it's a two-way process, guys. So I hope we really maintain good lines of communication so that if you have any questions, I would like to suggest that you not only email, but also communicate with me through Messenger. So let me just show you my account Messenger. So Bobby Bailon Jr. Okay. So this is my account. You can message me, PM, or add me as a friend para mas mabilis yung communication natin. No? Okay, so para pag may pag may important message kayo, important concern, you can easily connect and communicate with me. Kaysa pag email lang, minsan kasi pag ang daming emails, baka natatabunan yung email nyo. Okay, so let me go to the responses. Okay, I think lahat naka-respond. Very good. Okay, what are your expectations in this subject, Busifin? Understand basic finance. Yes, we're going to learn basic finance and a little bit of advanced, a little bit lang, no? To be more financial literate. Yes, thank you so much. This is a goal that we want to have. At the end of this 13 weeks journey, I hope you could say with confidence na medyo may alam na rin kayo sa finance at saka especially not only corporate finance but also personal finance. To learn more about finance and how to invest money properly. Yes, we're going to have topics on investment, and I said, as I mentioned a while ago, personal finance, which also takes into consideration how to invest our money properly. And then insightful learning on financing a business. Yes, as I mentioned a while ago, this will not only be looking at finance on a personal level, but also finance on a corporate level. So business finance. Okay, managing income well. Okay, financial literacy. It's about learning more about financing in depth and how financing works in business. Yes, that's true. As I said, this is all about business finance. So titingnan natin guys kung how are companies able to let's say meet their objectives in terms of profitability, and that can be done by looking at several measures, what we call financial ratios, para makita natin kung okay ba yung performance ng company. So there has to be certain measures, there has to be certain quantitative measures so that we can assess or evaluate the performance of firms. And that will be discussed when we go to financial ratios. Quite challenging, but overall able to learn new things, okay? So thank you for this. In the sense that there will be new concepts that you're going to learn, okay, it will be quite challenging. For example, who among you have heard of this acronym? Pakita ko lang, ha? Ever heard of this acronym DJIA? Paki-chat nga guys ang yes, without looking at the internet first. Who among you have met this DJIA? I just want to have a show of hands. Kung na-meet nyo na yan, yes or no lang guys, please. Okay, ganito na lang guys. Let me create a poll. Okay. Create tayo ng poll para makita natin yung survey na to. Have you encountered the acronym? Just now guys, without you looking at the okay. Dapat pala to dito to. Okay. Tingnan natin kung how many. Okay, sorry about this, guys. Para ma-formalize lang natin tong survey na to, no? So just answer yes or no, guys. Okay. Okay. Two more, guys. Two more answers. I need two more answers. Yung dalawa hindi pa nakasagot. Three more. And may isa pa. One more has not answered. Let's wait for a few more seconds. Okay, so one was not able to answer. I'll end the polling, okay, and share the results. Okay, if as you can see in the results, there were only two who were familiar with the acronym DJIA, and most of you were not familiar with the term. Okay, in as far as this concepts or acronyms are concerned, we'll be learning, no? We'll be learning in this subject. Kaya nga, challenging siya in that sense kasi may mga bago tayong matututunan. Incidentally, guys, could you kindly check sa internet kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng DJIA, tapos paki-chat natin, guys, sa ano natin? Paki-chat sa chat box natin. What does DJIA stand for? Okay, thank you. Yeah, you're correct. It's a Dow Jones Industrial Average. So when we go to risk and return, we're going to discuss that. Okay, ano ba yung DJIA na yan? How is that measured? Okay, that's in relation to investments. Of course, titingnan din natin yung stock exchange natin, yung PSA, yung Philippine Stock Exchange Index natin. Okay, so in as far as that is concerned, okay, it will be quite challenging because of new things that we're going to learn. Okay, I expect this subject to be challenging, but I would learn a lot from it. Yes, that's true, no? We're going to learn a lot from this subject. And by the way, guys, learning is a two-way process, ha? Meron yung mentor nyo, tsaka meron din yung, of course, yung receiver. So I hope you'll be open to new things. And also, you'll take, kasi definitely, hindi natin ma-discuss lahat dito sa venue natin ang 90 minutes, less than 90 minutes. So at your disposal, guys, is the internet. No? Ang dami nating sources na pwedeng tingnan. Okay. Before I forget, guys, incidentally, for example, I don't know if you have used this Britannica School Asia. Okay, kasama sa Canvas natin yan. And you can make use of that as a resource to, let's say, to search. Okay, kunyari, tingnan natin dito, ha? Dow Jones. No? Tingnan natin Dow Jones. Let's see if, ayan, guys, Dow Jones average. Ayan. Okay, so if we're going to discuss this, you can go to our Britannica School Asia and then read on this. So for example, ano ba yung Dow Jones average daw? What's that? Stock price average computed by Dow Jones and Company. Okay, so what's this all about? May konting description dito. It's just prices of stocks and bonds in US. No? Okay, so some other information here. Okay, meron pang iba daw. Other regular gauges of American securities are S&P 500, Russell 2000. So may iba-iba pa yan, guys. No? May Dow Jones Composite Average, merong Industrial Average, DJTA, DJ Utilities yata to, Dow Jones Transportation, I think. A. Okay, so several information that we can derive or get from this one. So I'd like to encourage you to make use of this Britannica School. Image and video pa yata dito. Sometimes may mga video sila nilalagay, tapos may mga related. No? So for example, anong definition ng bonds, anong definition ng stocks, etc. So plenty of plenty of materials here that you can use. Okay, so I just pointed this out to you because I might forget it later. All right, so continuing, guys. So you said that you learn more about theory and develop skills for practical application. The good thing about finance, guys, is that it's a combination of theory and practice. So we can't avoid talking about theory kasi importante na naiintindihan natin yung concepts. And we will also focus on the practical applications of this. uh, Finance without practical application will be useless. No? Kailangan may practical application of finance. Okay, so learn new knowledge. Yes, definitely you'll be doing that. Okay, allocation, management and allocation of funds. That's very true. Okay, here lots of concepts. That's true. Financial statutes, no? And statuses pala, no? Financial problems in business. That's true. Okay. Enrich our mind as a whole about the courses found in the ABM strand. Yes. So, ang finance, guys, related sa other functions of business. For example, related siya sa accounting, related siya sa operations, related siya sa HR, related siya sa marketing. So, an organization is, although it's composed of several functionalities, yet these functions are intertwined so that kung walang finance, guys, hindi makaka-exist ang marketing. No? Ganun din, vice versa din yun. So, marketing really needs the inputs of finance in several ways. If you take a look at the marketing 4Ps, yung product, price, place, promotions, kailangan ng finance inputs dun sa 4Ps na yun. Sa pricing na lang ng product, no? Paano ipaprice yung product? Marketing may not have the a thorough understanding, appreciation of pricing policies or costing, no? Kasi hindi naman nila, ano yon, hindi naman nila, let's say, competency, no? It's more of the finance function. Not aware that there are sector of business finance. Yeah, iba yung business math, no? Okay. Although we're going to make use of business math to a certain degree, pero ibang-iba talaga, guys, yung business finance. Totally different, no? Totally different. I dare say that business finance is more application ng business math, although not all, no? Kasi business finance is a field in itself and it makes use of math, not algebra, but just basic math, addition, multiplication, division, in order to compute some measures in order to appreciate better whatever we're trying to measure. Okay, so thank you for that. A lot of computations. Yes, there will be computations kasi finance by itself is quantitative in nature. Mahirap, it's so difficult to explain. For example, how will you explain kung performing well ba yung isang business? Although we can explain it qualitatively to a certain degree, may limitations yun. Kailangan quantitative measures ang gagamitin natin para to explain whether a particular business is earning or it might become bankrupt, no? Kasi for example, may measure called the Altman Z. Okay? Altman Z. Let's look at that, no? Sige, para while we're discussing this, okay, ano natin, yan, Altman Z model, for example. No? Altman Z model. Yan. Click nyo, guys. So what's the Altman Z score? It's a numerical measurement that's used to predict the chances of a business going bankrupt in the next 2 to 3 years. So, nag-develop to ni Edward Altman noong 1968, no? So dito, sinasabi na depende dun sa Altman Z-score, kung yung score mo from 0 to 1.8, delikado yung business mo, no? If it's from 3 to 4, nasa safe zone ka, tapos meron silang tinatawag na ambiguous zone or the gray zone. So this is just an example, guys, of how we can analyze the performance of a business making use of several measures. Altman Z is just one of them. Okay, so my formula yan, this is the formula. Okay, we're going to study this when we go to financial ratios and uh, learn to una-una to measure what's the zeta score of a business, and then to predict kung magiging ano ba siya, kung magiging bankrupt ba yan with the way things are going, depende dun sa financial ratios niya, kung magiging bankrupt siya in the next few years. Okay, so that's an example. We're going to really learn about sana to, understanding, I think, understanding the business, no? Okay. Although hindi may overlap ng konti yung accounting at saka yung finance. Finance makes use of inputs from the accounting process. Kasi ang accounting, we know that its main objective is to help generate the financial statements. So alam nyo na guys na pinag-aralan nyo yung journalizing, posting, yung mga process na yan, and then the main goal of which is to generate the balance sheet, the income statement, the statement of cash flows, etc. And then where accounting ends, guys, finance begins kasi gagamitin natin yung mga inputs na to from the accounting process in order to analyze the wellness of the company, the health of the company. So, function ng finance yan. Okay, so let's continue with this. Interesting subject. Okay? Yung interest, guys, it's a two-way function. Kasi the truth is, kahit na anong gawin ko para maging interested kayo sa subject, pero if your mind and heart is not willing to also contribute or to cooperate, mahirap yun. No? So, I would like to encourage you to really be in the moment when we have our classes. Ang ibig sabihin ng be in the moment, nakafocus tayo dito sa discussion natin. It's not on something else. It's not, you won't be able to really appreciate the concepts in finance pag dinidiscuss natin. If you're playing with, kunyari may nag-ML kayo or kung anong ginagawa nyo, aside from listening to the lecture, mahirap yun. No? Kasi haywire yung brain natin to focus on just one thing. Except yung mga females, if you notice guys, yung mga females, medyo yung part sa brain na nagde-determine ng multitasking, mas malaki yung sa female, no? Kaysa sa male. Kaya nga, you'll see mothers, guys, yung mothers, nanonood ng teleserye, hawak-hawak yung infant child niya, nag-nurse pa, tapos may kausap pa sa phone, tapos nasusubaybayan pa niya, nasusundan niya yung teleserye, no? Kasi nga yung sa part ng brain na nag-handle ng multitasking, mas malaki sa females kaysa sa males, no? So that's a very important physiological fact. So may I suggest that when we're discussing, be in the moment, focus tayo so that we can really gain more knowledge about the course. Yeah, I love this, guys. Fun, okay? Fun. Buti na lang, guys, may nagsabi nito. Yan. Fun at the same time. Please, no? Let's make this a fun environment. Medyo challenging na nga yung subject. Tapos, gagawin pa natin napaka-dull and boring. Kaya nga, as much as possible, kahit third subject for the day ko na to, I'll really try my best to really sound very jovial, very upbeat, no? Kasi imagine kung ganito ako magsalita. Fun. I'm hoping to learn a lot about di ba? Tutulugan niyo ako, di ba? Tama? Do I hear your yes, guys? Di ba tutulugan niyo ako kung ganun yung ano ko, if I don't sound upbeat? Paki-yes naman diyan, guys, oh. Yes, yan. Thank you, Hannah. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I agree, kahit ako din yung estudyante, pag kunyari, the way the lesson is being conducted is really boring, no? Kaya guys, ang promise ko sa inyo, talagang we'll make the subject really fun, and I won't be the one talking all the time. Ayoko ng ganun. Gusto ko may activities tayo para engage din kayo. I will need your feedback kasi sabi ko nga, di ba, itong subject na to, we learn two ways. I learn from you, you learn from me. Is that possible kahit na professor ako? Of course, yes, guys. I don't consider knowledge to be monopolistic, no? Hindi totoo yun, no? some of you might have experiences na hindi ko pa na-experience, even related to finance, no? So we'll make it a two-way process so that communication is important. So fun guys, ha? Object natin, ang goal natin to make this subject very fun. Thank you so much for those who said they want it to be fun. I'm sure all of you would want that also, no? Looking forward to other topics. Yes, marami tayong topics dito. Ito, I like this. Discover a lot that can help me in the future. The truth, guys, is, yes, indeed, makakatulong to sa future nyo. Kasi kunyari, siguro many of you would want to raise your family someday, no? Syempre, after you graduate, nag-college kayo, papasok kayo sa workforce, either sa corporation, or some of you, a small percentage of you will go into entrepreneurship. Kasi statistics show that more than 90%, 98%, 99% even when they graduate, doon sila papasok sa corporate world. Konti lang talaga yung mag-set up ng business nila. Okay, whatever we learn here, guys, from business finance, magagamit nyo yan later on. Not only sa corporate setting, but also sa personal level. Kunyari, dito matututunan natin na huwag nyo lang basta kung may funds kayo, huwag nyo lang basta ipapasok sa bangko yan na lahat doon nyo ilalagay. There are several principles. Kunyari, principle number 1, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Okay? Tapos kasi, putting your money in the bank is not a good idea, lalo na kung may excess funds kayo. Naglalagay lang tayo sa bank, guys, especially only for emergency process. Kung yung mga funds na kailangan natin kukunin, daily funds, no? Or kunyari, pang rental, or for whatever operating, hindi natin dinalagay yan, guys, hindi natin ini-invest yan sa mga 5-year investment. Imagine, may mga rental ka na babayaran o may mga utilities ka na babayaran, tapos yung money mo nakalagay dun sa treasury bill na 5 years. Okay, di ba that's absurd, di ba? Kasi ang need mo for monthly, daily, tapos ilalagay mo sa investment na yearly. Hindi tama yon, no? Sorry, deflation ruins your money. Yes, correct, tama. Thank you, Micah, no? So linagay mo yung pera mo sa bangko, you're happy that it's earning 0.5%. Eh syempre, meron pang share dyan si Big Brother. Sino si Big Brother, guys? Sino si Big Brother? Kilala niyo si Big Brother? Yung example natin, kunyari, we place, let's say, a big amount sa bank, savings bank, kunyari, tapos ang interest, 0.5%, hindi lahat ng interest nun pupunta sa atin. Yung iba doon pupunta kay Big Brother. And si Big Brother is, paki-unmute na lang, guys. You can unmute yourself. Sino, guys? Sorry. Yung may-ari na Lexi, thank you. Pero hindi si ABS-CBN. Sino si Big Brother? Tama, Jody. Government, no? Si government, syempre, kukuha ng share dyan si government kasi kailangan ng government ng funds. Paano makakapagpagawa ng mga bridges? Paano natin ma-operate yung bansa natin kung walang funds generated from taxes? Kailangan yan talaga, guys. Lesson sa atin yan, let's be good taxpayers. No? Kasi in order to keep this country running, kailangan natin ng Yeah, thank you, Venice. Oo, tax, no? Si Big Brother yan. So yung 0.5% lang, guys, hindi 5%. Kunyari, savings. Yung 0.5% natin, kunyari 1 million yung pera natin doon, yung 0.5% natin doon will be how much? How much yung 1 million, guys? 0.5%, that's only 5,000. Okay? May share pa si brother doon na 20%. So 1,000 kay Big Brother, 4,000 sa atin. Happy na tayo? Yay! Happy na. May 4,000 tayo dun sa 1 million natin for 1 year. No? Okay. Ang problema, guys, ganito. After 1 year, makukuha natin yung 4,000 yun. Unfortunately, money has cost, and that because of inflation, nagtaasan ng mga prices. Sabihin natin, ang average inflation rate is 5%. So, kumita yung pera natin ng 0.5%, pero nabawasan siya, na-devalue siya ng 5%. Happy na tayo? Of course, that's sad news, no? Kasi nga, pag hindi tayo informed, guys, na it makes no sense to just put your money there in the bank and ang happy ka na may mga million ka doon, hindi mo alam na, oops, that's a very, very bad proposal. If there's any other vehicle, investment vehicle, that you can put your money in so that it will grow more than the inflation rate, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Kaya nga dyan papasok yung investment in stocks, investment in bonds. Kasi on the average, stock returns are higher than the inflation rate. Okay? For a long-term period, no? Yun. So these are things that we're going to discuss. So it will not only help us in the future, it will help us also today. Okay? Kaya nga, I always give these examples. Siguro your parents, kasi wala pa naman kayong work, ano? So most probably they give you funds. Kunyari, binigyan ka ng fund na pambili ng gadget. Kunyari, ano na ba iPhone yun? iPhone 12 Pro Max. Magkano siya ngayon? 60, 70,000? I don't know. Kasi hindi ko na sinusubaybayan guys yung mga bagong gadget. Unfortunately, I was also a victim of that. Naging addict ako dati noon. Hindi pa lumalabas yung bagong gadget sa Pilipinas. Pumupunta na ako sa Singapore. Yes, I would pay my airfare just to buy that in Singapore na mas mahal, no? And come back here to the Philippines to show off na may bago akong gadget, no? Okay, so whenever I look back at that, guys, sabi ko, stupid me. The foolish me during those younger years ko, early 20s ko siguro. So minsan kasi pag nagtatrabaho na empower ka, akala mo infinite yung source ng ano mo, ng pera mo, which is very wrong, no? So as early as now, guys, I would really encourage you to look at how you manage your finance. It need not be in the millions, no? Hindi naman kailangan millions yung finance, so kahit a few thousands lang, even a few hundreds. You start the habit already of knowing how to use your money. Kung may nasa-save kayo dyan, kunyari, instead of buying yung mga, I don't know, mga snacks siguro, why don't you just, kung hindi nyo naman talaga kailangan ng snacks, why don't you set it aside and then invest sa stocks? Kasi ngayon mas madali na mag-invest sa stocks online. So it's something that you should try to consider, no? Because every one of us will be is affected. How do we manage our finances? Kahit na hindi ka mag-finance course later on, affected ka pa rin, no? So which brings me, guys, which I'd like to encourage you guys to consider finance also as a career path, no? So I come from financial management department sa college, no, sa FMD. I'd like to encourage you to consider, no, enrolling in finance kasi maganda ang finance field kasi marami siyang pwedeng pasukan. Maraming pwedeng field na pwede mong i-consider. If you want to work for a bank, pwede. If you want to work for an investment house, pwede. If you want to work for brokerage, stock brokerage, pwede rin. If you want to go into corporate finance, pwede rin. Okay? If you want to merge law and finance, magandang combination. Okay, so as early as now, guys, I think you'll be graduating next year. Medyo mag-research na kayo. Ano ba talagang field ang gusto ko? And don't forget to consider finance, no? So some of you might also wish to become CPA someday. Maganda yon. The accounting profession is very good, no? You'll become a CPA someday kung once you finish accountancy. And sa Lasal, guys, yung mga kumukuha ng CPA sa atin, ng accountancy, tapos nagsi-CPA, halos 100% ang passing rate niyan. Our school has a very, very good program for accountancy. Pero guys, you might also wish to not to take CPA kasi pag CPA ka, recognize yung pag sa Philippine CPA ka, BAW ka, no? BAW tayo. Kasi mahirap din yung program na yan. And recognize yan sa buong Philippines. The only disadvantage is that you cannot exercise that profession when you go to US or to other countries kasi CPA local yan. Pag finance ka naman, guys, tingnan nyo nga, guys, i-search nyo nga, i-google nyo ngayon, CFA. Have you heard of that? Charlie, Foxtrot, Alpha. Tingnan nyo nga, guys, what's a CFA? And how does it differ from CPA? Sige nga, guys. Paki-chat dito kung nakita nyo na kung ano yung CFA. I'll give you a few 1 minute to do that. Yeah, correct. No, yes, you're correct. Sa finance yan, and it's chartered finance analyst. So pag CFA ka guys, it's called CFA, and tatlong levels yan. Hanggang Philippines, tanong nga kayo, hanggang Philippines lang ba recognize yung pagiging CFA? Paki-check nga guys yung sa website ng tininan nyo. Lexi? Yeah, no? Yeah, you're correct. No. Hanggang saan yan? Yung if you're a CFA. Asia, global. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Lexi. It's not only Asia, but global recognition yan. So, punta ka sa US, CFA holder ako, bow din sila sa iyo. It's a global recognition. Ang CFA, guys, it's a 3-level course. Level 1, Level 2, Level 3. Tapos, 3-level exam yan. Combination yan ng economics, accounting, finance, risk management. Okay, so that's why it's a global recognition. Yung CFA charter, guys, punta ka sa Europe, recognized ka. Punta ka sa US, recognized ka. Okay. So as Sophia said, global recognition. So you might wish to consider that, guys, no? Kasi maganda kung i-consider nyo sa ngayon, medyo magbasa-basa na kayo kung what's CFA all about. May mga materials din sa internet kung ano yung mga exams yan. So it's a good preparation, it's a good career path to follow later on. Not only in the Philippines, but globally, okay? Worldwide. So welcome to the finance world, guys. Marami tayong applications ng finance, and hopefully itong ano natin, itong introduction natin to finance, IPA, sorry, what's IPA, Venice? International Public Accounting. I'm not so familiar with the International Public Accounting. Pwede rin siguro yan, no? I'm not so familiar with that, but you can also search, guys. Kasi some of you would like to be in the accounting profession. As I said, okay din yun, no? And pag International Public Accounting, I'm not sure kung anong klaseng charter siya, but as Venice suggested, you may wish to look into this, no? International Public Accounting. Okay? So as early as now, guys, medyo tingnan nyo na kung ano yung pwede nyong kunin sa when you enter college. Okay, so let's continue, guys. Future, yes, not only future and present. So going back to my example kanina, kung if you're going to later on pursue a family, so magkakaroon kayo ng asawa, ang anak, syempre guys, hindi natin alam yung life, no? Hindi natin, life is full of surprises. You know of some families na, of course, knock on wood, na yung father, your mother, namatay at a very early age. Tapos kawawa yung mga anak, kawawa yung asawa. Kasi hindi nakapag-prepare yung husband o yung mother, they were not prepared for that. So nahihirapan talaga yung mga residents, yung mga natitira, no? So what to do, guys? Plan. Pwedeng mag-insurance, no? Maganda din ang insurance, guys, kasi habang bata pa kayo later on, i-consider nyo rin mag-insurance. I used to be an insurance agent, but I'm not telling you which insurance agency, whatever, guys, whether it's Sun Life, BPI, PhilAm, Sun Life, Manulife, etc. Lahat yan may mga benefits yan. So you should also consider that, no? Yung insurance. Pag na kayo, when you start working, maaga pa lang kumuha na kayo ng policy nyo. Okay? Because the younger you are, the cheaper will be your premium. Huwag kayong kukuha pag 30 plus na kayo kasi mas mahal na yung premium doon. No? At saka, mas maganda kung bata pa, mas matagal yung babayaran yung premium. The benefits in the future will be very, very big, guys. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na time value of money. Pag-aaralan natin yan, guys. Yung exponential growth, yung laki ng pera habang tumatagal. No? Okay, so you consider these things. So it will not only benefit, it does not only benefit the future but also today. Kasi kunyari may mangyari, kunyari kahit kanino man, covered sila, covered yung family. Kasi nag-invest kayo sa insurance. Okay? Alright. Fun yung subject, yes. Yes, please let's make it fun and challenging kasi sabi ko nga, may mga bago tong may mga bago tong concepts na hindi nyo pa na-meet before. Okay, fun, and then in-depth. Currency system, hindi masyado, guys, no? This will be for your future subjects, no? Medyo basic lang tayo sa finance, no? Investment cycle, yes, we're going to learn this. Micro and macro postulations, mukhang eco na eco to. I think you'll have your own eco subject. Tapos na ba kayo na eco subject? If not, you're going to meet this economics niya, no? Although finance is related to economics. Okay? Manipulate, control businesses, yes. First time having this subject, yes. Okay, thank you. Computations, yes, there will be computations and we're going to use Excel. Fully understood and grasped by us students. Yes, gagawin natin, guys, na talagang dapat pang level na, hindi pang level na masters. Although I teach sa masters, guys, marunong naman ako mag-adjust, no? I'll not throw out here highfalutin words so that I appear very smart or genius or intelligent. No way, guys, no way. Hindi yun ang objective natin dito na magmayabang ako. Ang objective natin, matutunan natin ang finance. So the more basic, the more I'm able to channel this knowledge to you in a way that you understand, the more I'm successful. Okay? Hindi yung pagtapos ng ano daw sabi ni Coach Bob. But rather, ganun pala yun, ano? Ganun ang gusto ko maging reaction coming from you. Okay. Business and financing. Yeah, fun. Okay. So thank you, guys, for your comments. Thank you for your inputs as regards your ano natin dito, ano yung expectations sa subject na to. Okay. Any questions with what I just discussed, yung expectations? Clear ba yon so far, guys? Yung in-explain ko sa inyo? Paki-chat naman kung yes, kung clear yung Are there any areas there that you need me to expound on? Okay. Thank you. Yung iba? Okay. Thank you so much. Salamat, ha. Salamat sa response. Yung iba, guys, sana mag-respond din, Okay. So let's go here, guys. One word. Okay, so many of you say 18. Okay, 8 money savings. Yeah, okay. So 20 out of around mga 70%, 75% of you said it's all about money. You're correct. It's all about money. Okay, managing money, management, tama. Then we'll also look at savings. Budget is a function of finance. We're going to learn this. Freedom, I love this term, guys. Freedom from slavery to financial difficulties, no? Sana, guys, sa subject na to, magkaroon tayo ng inkling na we can escape, we can have a well-prepared life. Sabi naman natin, guys, life is so uncertain. Hindi natin alam kung ano mangyayari sa atin. Hindi natin alam kung hanggang kailan tayo. Although we don't want to speak about death, but sabi nga nila, there are only two things that are certain in life, death and taxes. Yun, siguradong meron yun. So, because of the brevity of life, okay, so kailangan mag-prepare tayo. Kailangan ihanda natin yung sarili natin. So, as early as now, guys, habang bata pa kayo, mag-invest na kayo. Medyo, tanggalin muna yung gastos na, instead of buying the new gadget, for example, why don't you consider putting that money, yung binigay sa inyo ng parents nyo, in a worthy investment. Pwede kayong mag-business, no? Gawin yung pondo sa business yan, or kung hindi kayo interested sa business, pwede kayong mag-invest sa stocks, sa mutual funds, sa UITF. Of course, it also depends on if of legal age na kayo, no? Pero we can check, guys. I'm not sure about call financial. I think legal age pa rin dapat, no? I don't know ano yung age range nyo. Baka 15, 16, 17, I don't know. But if you're 18, you can already invest, no? If not, then set aside mo muna yung pera. Sabi nga natin, ano ba yung investment? Investment is simply, nasabi ko na ba kanina kung ano yung investment? Sorry, guys, kasi three classes ko na ng ganito. So, minsan, baka nakalimutan ko na nasabi ko na sa inyo, baka hindi rin. So, I might as well be sure. So, if I have said this, let me just repeat this. Pag ang investment, guys, is just putting in abeyance the benefit of today for a future date. Ibig sabihin, kung ang benefit mo is you derive joy and happiness from playing with a gadget, the newest Xbox or whatever, ano ba yung mga games ngayon, PlayStation or whatever, then an investment means pagpalibang mo muna yan. No? Huwag mo muna gamitin yung funds na yan to, to buy the Xbox, but rather put it in another vehicle, another, uh, put that in another basket, kunyari basket ng stocks. So wala kang joy ngayon in playing the Xbox, wala kang joy ngayon in playing PlayStation, pero you'll forgo of that. Pero later on, guys, yung benefit sa'yo, mas maganda, no? It can be in the form of a new car, no? So baka, so what do you prefer, having a new car after some years down the road, than having an Xbox today? It really depends, guys, on your objective. Iba-iba naman tayo. But generally, when I ask people, they would tell me that, syempre, I'm willing to delay my gratification, the use of money now, for a future, benefit, no? Sabi nga natin, pag may sinusuksok tayo, meron tayong kukunin in the future. Okay? So, yung sinasabi natin dito na savings, freedom, no? Importante yan. Freedom from financial stress, no? Okay, here in the use of Excel, 87% basic yung knowledge. Some of you said na hindi masyadong ginagamit yung Excel. Some of you may advanced na, no? So question lang, for example, sino sa inyo na nakagamit na ng function na to? Sa Excel, PMT, NPV, IRR, CUM print, no? CUM int. Have you used this function? Paki-chat nga guys kung yes or no. How many among you have used this function? Okay, no. Thank you so much, guys. Yung the rest? Okay, no. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for answering. Now, ano mangyayari sa subject na to? I guarantee you that bago matapos yung term, medyo may mga alam tayong advanced function in Excel. Okay? I hope you're excited, guys. No? Kasi, guys, whatever field you are in, no? Later on, kahit na mag-entrepreneurial endeavor ka o venture, or you go the career path ng isang professional, ng either a finance professional or whatever professional, guys, in the corporate world, gamit na gamit talaga yung Excel, no? And gamit na gamit yung advanced function in Excel. So we're going to plant the seeds already of you learning the taking advantage of the power of Excel. Okay? In college, I handle other subjects where I teach another software, hindi Excel, but the mighty R, no? R, okay, sulat ko yun kasi for some of you guys, you might wish to also do advanced learning. Okay, ito, no? So this is this software. There's a software, freeware to, guys, you can download this. And the good news is, ang dami ng videos in order to learn R. Yan. So that's a software, R. So it would be good, guys, as early as now, na medyo magsimula na kayong aralin to, no? And later on, guys, hopefully, when you're taking finance then, tapos mag-meet tayo sa isang subject, tapos ito yung ginagamit natin, sasabihin nyo sa akin, Coach Bob, I was your mentee when I was in Busifin section D, and you encouraged us to learn R, and I did, and now I'm very comfortable using it, and nakita ko yung power niya, nakita ko yung gamit niya. And guys, so maraming gamit yung R, guys, for data visualization. Okay? Pag pinaplot natin yung data, makikita nyo, wow, grabe, you can visualize data. Okay? I don't know if you know the song If, sabi ng kanta na If a picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you? Pero ang pinaka-context talaga nun, a picture is worth 1,000 words, di ba? So maraming gamit yung picture, and data visualization is one of them. And then R is a very good tool compared to Excel, guys. Si Excel hindi siya maganda sa data visualization. R is. Okay, so sinasabi ko lang to sa inyo, guys. Perhaps some of you would like to venture into that in your spare time, guys. Nood lang kayo, no? I-download nyo muna yung R, free naman yan. R, and isa pa yung dalawa yan, no? R Studio. RStudio. Okay, so just to quickly show you, ito guys yung RStudio, no? Kasi baka may interested sa inyo later on. So i-flash ko lang ng mabilisan, guys. So once in a while, guys, ano ako sa inyo, mag-encourage ako sa inyo na to learn other new skills. Why is this important, guys? Kasi pag graduate na kayo, that's after several years from now sa college, isa na to sa hahanapin. Hindi na siya competitive advantage ng isang student. Required na siya. Kasi ngayon, maraming companies pa ang naghahanap. Okay, this is just, can you see the screen, guys? This is just an example of an RStudio. Okay, I use this in my college and a master's class. So, of course, hindi natin aaralin to sa subject na to. Pero, yeah, I'd like to encourage you to, libre to guys, libre, walang bayad yung software na to. So, go to R and download also RStudio. And maraming basics ito guys. And careful lang kasi medyo, once you get the hang of it guys, you'll really try to learn more and more and more. Which is good kasi if you finally are able to gain mastery of this, wow, tataas yung market value niyo guys. No? Definitely. But for this subject, we're going to focus on Excel. No? And I hope at the end of this term, masasabi niyo sa sarili niyo na from barely knowing how to use Excel to basic, na at the end of the term, nakapag-advance na kayo. Marami na rin kayo advanced functions na alam sa Excel. Okay? So for this question, most of you said that you'd like to choose your own group mates. So by next meeting, guys, we will be dividing ourselves into groups already. Hahanap na kayo ng group mates, yung maximum of 4 per group. So ang mangyayari niyan, some will have 3 members. So paunahan na lang to, no? And some will have 3 groups, 3 members, some will have 4. So dalawang groups ang gagawin nyo, isa dun sa project na financial ratios, isa dun sa case report. Ang condition natin dapat dun sa case report, wala kayong kasama, nakasama dun sa financial ratios. So you should learn how to work with other members of your class. So if you were a partner with person A sa financial ratios, dapat hindi mo siya ka-partner dun sa case report. Okay? Clear yun guys? Clear? Paki-chat nga kung clear siya. May I have your chats, guys? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Right. Kasi sa Thursday, mag-ano na tayo ng groups para as early as now, pwede na kayo mag-usap. I'll discuss very briefly kung ano yung requirements para dun sa sa paper. Simulan ko muna yung financial ratios. Yung case report, actually, fina-finalize namin to. Financial ratios, yun ang i-discuss ko very briefly pa lang. No? That will give you a long lead time, guys. Kasi yung report nyo will be on the 12th, mga 12th or most probably 12th week. So nasa first week, second week pa lang tayo ngayon. So you have ample time to do that. Pero ang suggestion ko lang sa inyo, guys, do not procrastinate. Do not wait for the last minute. Kaya once in a while, i-check ko yung i-check ko yung progress nyo as far as your reports is concerned kasi I don't want you to be telling me in the end, sir, kasi wala pa kaming company. So hindi pa pwede yun guys by next week or next week dapat may company of your choice na kayo tapos walang repetition, no? Hindi pa pwedeng mag-duplicate ng company. Hindi pa pwedeng yung isang company is this company X, tapos isang group company X din. So there will be no duplication of companies. All right. So let's go now to our Canvas site. Okay, so this is our Canvas site, guys. I welcome once again to our Canvas site. So this course is called Busifin. And what's business finance all about? Sabi natin, it's all about managing a firm's money, no? Perahan to yung pag-uusapan natin dito. Masama ba yun, guys? Masama ba yun? Hindi, guys. Kasi talagang pera yung kailangan eh. Well, I'm not saying na i-judge natin yung we treat money as our God. Hindi ganon, no? Money is very important, guys, to run a business. Money is important to run our daily lives. Ask your parents kung hindi importante yung pera. Importante, guys. Your parents need the money in order to pay for your tuition. And hindi siya mura, guys, ha? Kaya nga, I strongly urge you to make your parents proud of you, make your parents happy by really optimizing their investment in Lasal, no? Galingan nyo sa pag-aaral nyo dito, no? Yung galing, ibig sabihin nun, hindi naman ibig sabihin na talagang ano ba yung grades nyo dito? Mga 4 ba rin? 4 yung highest nyo? I'm not sure of the grades. Or numerical ba? I'm not saying that dapat lahat 100, no? Well, that's a good goal, pero we should also be realistic. For as long as you did your best, guys, okay? For as long as you did your best, hindi ka nagkulang, hindi ka nagtamad-tamad, afford din pala, no? Of course, strive to be 4, to have 4. Pero kung hindi nyo makuha yon, for as long as you know, honestly, in your heart, that you poured your efforts to it, talagang nag-effort ka, and if you didn't get a 4, well, you should also come from acceptance and thankfulness, no? Na hindi naman kasi yung grades ng lahat, guys, the be all and the end all. I'm not saying that grades are not important. They are important, but hindi yan talaga yung kung tutuusin, guys, tingnan nyo yung mga nagiging successful in life. Konti lang talaga yung nagiging mga summa cum laude, no? Yung according to many research, yung nagiging successful sa buhay, hindi yung mataas yung financial quotient, but rather yung mataas yung EQ, emotional quotient. Yung how we deal with people, how we deal with our neighbors, how we deal with our office mates. Okay? So matututunan nyo rin later on yan na it's not all about money. Money is important, pero there are intangible things that are more important than money. And I agree with that. I believe that. No? Hindi lahat mapapaikot ng pera. Importante yung relationship natin. We might be the richest person in the whole world, pero you know naman, mga where's Steve Jobs now? Wala na siya. No? Because money can't buy life. Okay? Many people have come and gone because such is the brevity of life. So while it's important that we manage our finances, I dare say, guys, that we should also manage our relationship. Yun yung EQ. Relationship with our parents. No? I hope you have a very very robust and a very very good relationship with your parents. No? So kung hindi, I think it's about time for you to really show your parents that you care, that you love them. Okay? When was the last time you told your father or your mother that you love them? Pasensya na, ini-insert ko to kasi importante din to, guys. It's even more important than money. No? Tell your parents you love them kasi pag lahat naman tayo mawawala sa mundo na to, minsan saka lang natin nare-realize yung importance ng parents natin pag nawala na sila. And I hope that doesn't happen to any of us, na meron tayong regrets na hindi ko man lang nasabi sa dad ko na mahal ko siya, hindi ko lang nasabi sa mom ko na mahal ko siya. So while they're here, while they're alive, do that, guys. No? Do that. Okay. Ba't nga pala ako napunta doon? Kasi yung money, money. Okay. Whatever the business is, kunyari, sole proprietorship yan. Let's start with a simple business. Kunyari, barbershop. Kailangan ba ng barbershop, guys, to manage their funds? Okay. Could anyone please explain in what way will a barbershop need to manage professionally their funds, their cash flows? Volunteer, guys? Anyone? So let's, ang context natin, barbershop. Kahit barbershop ba, kahit na, sabihin natin, kahit na 3 seats lang yan, just a barbershop around the corner. Okay. Does that barbershop need sole proprietorship, service company? Does that barbershop need to manage its finances, its funds? Yes. So my answer dito si Sophia. Okay. Sophia. Okay. Sorry, sino ba nagsabi? Si Vince. Mag-pay ng bills. Okay. Tax and rent. Thank you, Vince. No? Sophia, sabi BIR requirements. Yes. Utility and supply from Ron. Yes, you're all correct. Thank you. Thank you for those inputs, Lawrence. Utilities and other expenses. Yes, correct, no? So syempre ang barbershop may mga operating expenses 'yan, may mga operating requirements 'yan. So pag sinabi natin operations, yung mga day-to-day na requirements ng business. Kailangan niya ng alcohol, no? Kailangan ng siguro disinfectant, kailangan ng mga combs, kailangan ng mga blades, kailangan ng brooms, no? Yung panlinis. Of course, ano yung mga long-term investments ng isang barbershop, guys? What can be considered as long-term investments? Kasi sinabi natin kanina yung mga OPEX yun, no? When I say OPEX, sulat ko para you'll be able to read. Can anyone tell me what's OPEX, guys? What do I mean when I said OPEX? May nag-chat ba dito? What's OPEX? Okay, why doesn't this go down? Kasi nakaano ako. Okay, sorry What's OPEX? Yeah, day-to-day expenses. Yeah, correct. It's your operating expenses, no? Pag sinabi natin yung OPEX, operating expenses yun. Thank you. Thank you, Gianna. That's operating expenses. On the other hand, what's CAPEX? Anyone knows what CAPEX is? So OPEX, oops, sorry, labas. OPEX is operating expenditures. Ito yung mga day-to-day, day-to-day expenses na kailangan, no? Example nga guys, ang OPEX para sa isang barbershop. Yung mga na-mention na natin, di ba? Alcohol, blade, tissue siguro, tapos comb, tonic kung meron, I don't know, yung mga pang-ano siguro, powder, yes, of course, powder. Tapos siguro yung nail cutter, hindi naman siguro OPEX yun, no? Well, pwede rin, depends din sa life, no? Salary, yes, of course. Salary ng mga, yung share ng mga barbers, no? Commission nila, kasi usually, pag nagpapagupit ako, tinatanong ko kung magkano yung kinikita nila eh. So may konting commission sila doon. Yes, thank you, Lawrence. Yeah, oo, tama, OPEX yan, no? OPEX, kasi late everyday, nag-a-accrue sila ng expenses eh. Although hindi pa nila binabayaran, no? Kasi accrued expense yan, di ba? It will be paid at the end of a particular period pag nakuha na nila yung bill nila. So, na-expense na nila yon, nagamit na nila, pero hindi pa nila binabayaran. So, if you recall your accounting, ang tawag doon, accrued expenses. Rent, of course. Correct. Thank you. Dali Rice yan. No? Napapaisip tuloy ako. Rishan, thank you. Thank you, Rishan. You're correct, Rishan, no? Electricity, rent, no? Ayun mga OPEX, guys. And sabi nga nila, without the round, guys, we cannot go around. A business cannot go around. Without the round, yung pera, the business cannot go around. Hindi pa pwedeng tumuloy-tuloy yung business kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin dun sa, kunyari, dun sa may-ari ng place, no? Sorry wala pa kaming kita. Hindi mo na ako makakapagbayad this month, no? So, may mga ano ba, how do you call that? Owners ng apartments, for example, or business sites like that, na pwedeng pwedeng nagbibigay ng terms, no? Pero yung iba hindi. So kung hindi ka makabayad, sorry ka na lang, you cannot continue with the business. So importante talaga yung management ng funds. Hindi lang OPEX, pati CAPEX, yung capital expenditures. Bago ka mag-barbershop, kailangan kang mag-invest dun sa chairs, di ba? Hindi mura yun, medyo mahal yun. And we're only talking of a barbershop. Paano kung ang pinag-uusapan na natin, malaking mga companies, no? Kunyari, yung mga soft drinks or beverage companies. Ang laki-laki kaya ng mga machines nun, di ba? It takes the cost of it is billions. Mga airlines, paano yung mga airplanes nila, yung fleet nila? Billion yung yung hundreds of billions yung cost ng 'di ba? So capex yun, capex. So any business, whether small or big, or even the government, guys, kailangan nila i-manage yung finance nila. And sinabi nga natin dito, either from an operating, investing, and financing. Pag sinabing operating, OPEX yan. No? Yun yung mga daily expenditures. Managing OPEX does not only mean managing yung mga daily expenditures, pati yung mga assets nila. Manage the inventory, manage the receivables. Kasi kung may receivables ang company tapos hindi naman nila nakokolekta, wala rin. Babagsak yung business na yon. Ano naman yung investing, guys? Pag sinabi natin investing, ito na yung mga long term. Okay, kung Cebu Pacific ka, pag sinabi natin investing, yung investment na yan in the aircraft, in the airplane itself. Okay, yun ang investing, yung mga long term. So finance does not only look into operating, it also looks into investing, and lastly, yung financing. Ano naman yung financing? So para hindi ko na isulat to, para mas mabilis, guys. Okay, by the way, guys, may tanong pala ako, May tanong ako. For a barber shop, yung yung alcohol na ginagamit nila sa operations, at saka yung tissue, at saka yung blade, at saka yung comb, are they part of inventory? What did you learn, guys, in your subject? Guys, sandali lang I'll just address this knock on the door. Sandali lang So sorry about that, guys. Okay, may nag-chat lang. Okay. Sagutin ko na to Sorry, in the interest of time, medyo kulang na tayong oras. Alcohol, thank you, Sophia, for the answer. Alcohol, yes. So, comb, not sure. Okay, ang answer dyan, guys, it depends on the purpose. Technically, pag sinabi nating inventory, these are goods that are bought, okay, and then with the intention of selling it again, selling it later. So, yung alcohol, pag gagamitin yan, para gupitan yung para kunyari, tapos na, diba minsan nag-alcohol yung mga barbers, then hindi siya inventory. It's called supplies. Supplies yun, or prepaid supplies, Ang inventory will be example for a merchandising business. Kasi ang diniscuss nyo pa lang, service business, di ba? Meron tayong tinatawag na merchandising business where the business is for what? It's for guys, buying and selling, trading, Trading. Yung mga retail stores, yan, merchandising yan. Yung items held on for retailing, for selling, that's what we call, yes, trading yon. That's what we call, thank you, Lawrence, that's what we call inventory. Yun ang inventory. Ngayon, guys, for a manufacturing, tatlong layers yung inventory nila. Kasi di ba pag manufacturing, bibili ng raw materials, inventory yan. They will work on that, magiging work in process, and then finally, pag natapos na, it becomes finished goods. Yun. So, when you look at the balance sheet of a manufacturing company, makikita mo yung inventory nila, tatlong parts. Raw materials, work in process, finished goods. Kapag service organization, walang work in process, walang raw materials. Kasi hindi naman raw materials yun eh. Hindi naman sila nag-manufacture. Ano lang yan, ang service business pwedeng magkaroon ng inventory kung bumibili siya ng alcohol tapos inaalok nila sa customer sila. Inventory yon. Kasi items for sale. Merchandising definitely guys, no? Kasi bibili sa Divisoria, dadalhin sa province kunyari, tapos i-retail, inventory yon. Ang manufacturing, tatlong levels ng inventory. So finance also looks into the management of this inventory. Kasi depende dun sa company. May mga companies na they invest hugely on inventory. Kung hindi ma-manage yan, pag bumagsak yung management nitong inventory na to, patay yung company. So very critical yung role ng finance sa pagmamanage ng inventory. Okay? So moving on guys. Okay, so it's a business could only succeed if it's able to manage yung mga potential na financial hiccups like shortage of cash, tapos walang pondo, no? By the way, yung hindi ko pa nasagot yung financing. Ang financing guys, kasi operating investing financing, ang financing guys answers the question ito. Kasi di ba alam natin ang basic accounting equation is assets is equal to liabilities plus equity. Okay, di ba that's the basic accounting equation. Assets is equal to liabilities plus equity. The financing function addresses the question, ilang percent dapat yung ilang percent dapat yung liability, ilang percent yung equity? 50-50 ba? 40-60% ba? That can only be answered by finance. No? Ano yung optimal, what we call capital structure or financing mix? So, alam natin, ba't hindi ko mapakita to? No? Sorry, sandali Bakit? Hindi lumalabas yung no, sa ilalim. I don't know why. Okay, anyway, sa ilalim nakalagay guys yung liabilities and equity. Yung equity, pag sole proprietorship, alam natin na owner's capital yan. R apostrophe, no? R apostrophe S. Kapag partnership, RS apostrophe, tapos if it's a corporation, it's common stock or capital stock or shareholders equity. So we'll discuss yung firms natin in this subject, we will focus on corporations, no? Okay, so medyo tingnan niyo na rin guys yung sample na financial statements ng corporations. Okay, so let me just finish this guys. So ano ba yung laman ng natin ng course natin? Intro. I would that you just go through this guys, ito yung mga modules natin. Financial statements and preparation, analysis and interpretation. Not so much on the preparation kasi natutunan niyo na sa accounting yan. It's more on the analysis and the interpretation. So we'll learn how to do vertical and horizontal analysis. We'll learn about the different ratios, liquidity, solvency, stability, profitability, and then we're going to interpret ratios. Then kasama dun sa i-discuss natin will be financial planning, yung mga tools nito at saka concepts na to. So we'll learn how to prepare a budget. Okay, magpo-project tayo ng financial statements. Tapos we'll learn how to manage cash, receivables, and inventory. Module 4 will be all about financing, short-term and long-term funds. Sabi natin, importante yung financing sa company. Kung uutang yung company, okay, so usually meron tayong tinatawag na matching principle dyan. Kung short-term yung gamit ng asset, dapat short-term din yung yung funding, yung financing. Kung long-term yung asset, dapat long-term din yung funding na gagamitin. Okay? That's why this example could be ridiculous, pero wala kang makikitang company na bibili ng isang malaking equipment na machinery, which is long-term, no? Kunyari 20 years yung life niya, using the credit card. Of course not, kasi ang credit card, short-term funding yan eh. Okay? So bakit mo gagamitin yung short-term funding in order to purchase a long-term asset? So sa finance, titingnan natin yung concept na to na matching principle, no? Sa accounting natutunan yung matching principle, matching expenses and income. Sa finance, yung matching dyan, yung financing, no? Yung assets na short term, financed by short term funds and long-term assets financed by long-term funds. Okay? So dito titingnan natin yung present value and future value. Excel ang gagamitin natin dito. And then we'll have introduction to investment and personal finance. Okay? So ang grade components natin will be 30% yung quiz, 40% yung performance tasks natin. Finals will be 30%, 2 reports yan na na-mention ko na sa inyo kanina. Okay, so this is my email address, but I suggest that you also connect with me through Messenger para mas mabilis. This is our Zoom link for our sessions every Thursday. Lastly, guys, lastly sa ano natin sa syllabus, linagay ko na yung syllabus dito. You can access this. Actually, na-discuss ko na yung syllabus kanina dun sa course overview, but just to show you yung schedule natin ng quizzes, andi dito sa syllabus. Okay, so if you take a look at this, andi dito din grading system. And then, kailan magkakaroon ng quiz 1? After module 2, no? After the financial statement preparation and analysis. And then, kailan yung quiz 2? After module 4. After the funds, no? Short-term and long-term funds. Quiz 2 tayo. And then, quiz number 3 after modules 5 and 6. Introduction to investment and personal finance. Then, after that, after the quizzes, yung 3 quizzes, meron na tayong reports, no? That will be your finals. So that most probably will be 12th and 13th week. Bakit 12th and 13th week, guys? Introduction pa lang to, Venice, no? Okay, so actually part na ng introduction to. So next session, tuloy pa rin natin yung introduction. Okay, so andito yan, no? Major role of financial management. Okay, different individuals involved. Medyo tininalan natin dito yung major role, yung sa operating, investing, financing. Different individuals, hindi pa. So we're going to discuss this in greater detail this coming session on Thursday. Okay, thank you for that question, Venice. Guys, request ko lang kung pwede, no, yung pag pag mag-question or make it to everybody para makikita ng iba yung question nyo rin. Okay, it's already time, guys. So thank you so much. I hope you learned something today. I hope okay lang yung pace natin. I'll see you on Thursday. Stop ko na yung recording.